What up, folks? Once again, it's your boy Tim with another ride-sharing video. It's not uncommon to hear ride-sharing drivers suggest that these companies, Uber and Lyft, do not give a damn about us as drivers. You see videos, blogs, and statements being made all over social media, up and down the pages, suggesting that the drivers are the least concerned for these ride-sharing companies. Why do so many drivers believe that their co-partner, the company that they are subcontracting with, does not give a damn about them? I want to run a case by you. This is straight out of Dayton, Ohio, where it looks like the lack of concern of driver welfare, driver safety, probably led to the death of a Lyft driver. So I want to run this by you, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Is learning a man has died after Dayton police said 4 teens went on an overnight crime spree targeting rideshare drivers. Officers said the teens they believe were involved are in custody, but not before a crash, a shooting, and a standoff. News Center 7's Mike Campbell joins us live this afternoon, updating us what police have shared with him so far in this case. Mike?
Well, James, it's not just a robbery or a homicide investigation. Dayton police say this was an assault on a group of people that are just providing services that many of us need at one time or another. Uber or Lyft drivers that can pick people up on campus here or in any neighborhood in Dayton. And officers say the teens they arrested targeted those drivers, and now one man has died. Now, police tracked down the 4 juveniles about 3 this morning after a hours-long standoff and a 2-hour investigation. Now, it was first believed that these teens were responsible only for carjacking a female rideshare driver about 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. Police discovered that stolen vehicle outside this house on Anna Avenue, and the 15 and 16-year-old teens didn't come out of the house right away. It led to a SWAT team call-out, and officers arrested the teens after daylight. But the robbery detectives handling that case began comparing notes with the homicide detectives handling a call that came in at 2 in the morning. That was because of a report of a car crash on Ferguson Avenue, but when officers got to the man inside the car that wrecked, they realized he'd been fatally shot. They learned he too was a rideshare driver, and they now believe the teens called him and then tried to rob him, but some type of confrontation led to the teens fatally shooting him as he tried to get away. And this doesn't appear to be the first time this group of 4 teens engaged in this type of behavior.
As part of the investigation, obviously, they handled the incident at hand, but started looking out. And there were similar crimes in the area that have occurred, and we are working with a lot of our local partners at this time to piece that together.
And back live now, Dayton police told me late this afternoon that both of the drivers victimized in today's crimes were working for Lyft. Now, I've been told Dayton police are now working with the sheriff's departments and several other local agencies comparing notes because they believe there have been similar crimes over the last few days, also possibly targeting rideshare drivers. Stay with us next hour. We are working to get you more information about that and also bring you some of the calls that led police to start the investigations about today's 2 crimes. For now, reporting live in Dayton, Mike Campbell, News Center 7.
Wow. So as you see, there's 2 issues that should immediately draw your attention based on this story. 1, 4 teenagers was targeting rideshare drivers. So the first issue is the fact that it's 4 teenagers. And then as you see in the news story, they stated that they were quote unquote targeting rideshare drivers. So I'm going to give you the obvious statements on this, and I want you guys to comment on the frequency. How often do you have folks in your vehicle under 18? Teens is why this should draw attention, because according to Lyft's policy, no one under 18 is supposed to even be in your vehicle by themselves. And here's a case of 4 of them. So that's the first issue that we would be concerned about if Lyft is responsible for what happened, because the widow and the parents of this deceased driver are suing Lyft. In my opinion, I think they should sue the shit out of them. I think they do have a legitimate case, but I want to see what you guys have to say in the comments. And by the way, subscribe to the channel. This is what we often talk about on the program. Feel free to click the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping these videos. Here is what the complainant is stating. The teens that killed this guy had already carjacked another woman an hour before they killed this guy. And the woman that they carjacked, another Lyft driver, escaped the carjacking after they took her shit, went to a nearby house, dialed 911 and reported that she had been carjacked. And that this individual, the deceased, whose name is Brandon, that Lyft driver, was never informed that the folks getting in this car might be felons. Now, let's be clear. Lyft is not going to send you a text message. We're sending you a trip to go pick up 4 murderers. No, they're not going to say that. But we do, looking at this case, you should be able to see how Lyft looks neglectful. They carjacked a Lyft driver an hour before. So clearly the woman they carjacked, it's not like she, cleared off the ride or gave the passengers 5 stars. They should have been contacting her, asking her what the hell's going on. How does this appear even more neglectful? The guy who was killed, he received emails from Lyft's safety team asking him was he okay 12 hours later. He's gone. 12 hours it took before they sent emails asking him was he okay. Now, any of you guys who drive, you know when you were at a stop for a while, sometimes Lyft will send you a automated message saying, we noticed you're in the same place for a period of time. Are you okay? Well, because none of us are facing any issues, we tend to ignore the message or something like that. But apparently, based on what has happened here, is if you do not respond to them checking on you, they don't follow up for 12 fucking hours. 12 hours later. So it does appear as if Lyft should be held responsible to some degree, considering that the Lyft driver, the female, reported that she was carjacked an hour earlier. That should have immediately caused Lyft to take those individuals off the platform. How the hell were they able to request a second ride when the first person has not cleared them yet? And you have not checked on that individual. The woman who has been carjacked, no way she cleared the ride off. So how are they able to go out and request a second ride when the first one has not been cleared off? Now, her lawyer, the lawyer for the family of the deceased, is stating that the company put profit above people's lives. No shit, Sherlock. I agree with that 100%. What do you think, though, folks? Have you been driving and you felt like the company was doing something that was not in your best interest so that they could increase their profit margins? Have you seen something like that? How often do you stop to pick folks up and it's not the person that is on the profile picture? Maybe in some cases it's even the wrong gender. You're going to pick up, you're thinking you're picking up Taylor Swift and my ass is showing up. That type of stuff. Have you had that happen where you could obviously seeing the person getting in your vehicle does not look anything like the profile picture? Now, they could give you the name of the other individual. I could walk up to your car and say, this is being booked by Taylor Swift. That don't mean Taylor Swift isn't tied up in my basement somewhere and I don't stole her phone and I'm about to do your ass an X. So we have to ask that question. Should other individuals be able to book rides through other folks' profile? Because this is the kind of shit that could clearly happen. And it's what's leading drivers to suggest they don't give a damn about us. Hopefully this family gets a handsome settlement for what has happened because, Lyft leaves this open. And I'm assuming Uber is doing the exact same thing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Real quick, the mother of the deceased, obviously mourning, obviously going through an incredible grief period, stated that the blood of my son is on Lyft's hands. The only thing they did not do was pull the trigger. That's what the mom said. So you can only feel for that mother. So think about that the next time somebody wants to get in your shit that don't look anything like the profile picture. Hopefully this isn't happening to you, but I'll see you guys in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Tim. Catch you in the next video.